Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have it all figured out? They are successful, happy, and always moving forward. Meanwhile, others struggle, feeling stuck and wondering why they can't catch a break. What's the difference between these two groups? No, I'm sure many of you are thinking. Or maybe even it's who they know. The real difference, more often than not, comes down to habit. That's right, habits. Those small daily actions that we often overlooked, the choices we make day in and day out, often without even thinking about them. These habits are the invisible forces shaping our lives, guiding us towards success or failure. Your success in business, in relationships, in life depends on these habits. And I'm not just talking about any habits. I'm talking about the kind of habits that separate the extraordinary from the ordinary, the successful from the struggling, the fool-gilled from the frustrated. From the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, what are the habits that define your life? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Success isn't some distant, unreachable, it's not reserved for a select few. Who were born under the right circumstances or blessed with exceptional talent. Success is built brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. And the beautiful thing is, we all have the power to shape these habits. Let me share a little story with you. A few years back, I met a young man named Tom. Tom was what you might call an average guy. He had a decent job, a small apartment, and dreams of something bigger. But Tom felt stuck. He couldn't figure out why he wasn't moving forward in life. One day, Tom decided to make a change. He started small. He began waking up 30 minutes earlier each day to read. Just 30 minutes. It wasn't much, but it was a start. After a few weeks, Tom noticed something. His mind felt sharper. He had more ideas at work. He started contributing more in meeting. Encouraged by the small win, Tom looked at other areas of his life. He realized he was spending hours each night watching TV. So he made another small change. Instead of TV, he spent an hour each evening learning about investments and personal finance. Fast forward 2 years, Tom's life had transformed. He had been promoted twice at work. It started a side business that was beginning to take off. And for the first time in his life, he felt in control of his finances and his future. Now did Tom suddenly become more talented? Did he win the lottery? No. Time changes habits. He replaced passive consumption with active learning. He traded mindless entertainment for purposeful self-improvement. And these small changes, compounded over time, led to massive results. This, my friends, is the power of habits. They are the building blocks of success. They are the difference between dreaming and doing, between wishing and achieving. 7 key habits that can transform your life, just like they transform times. These aren't just any habits. These are the habits I've seen shape the lives of some of the most successful people I've had the privilege to know and work with. Number 1, the habit of continuous learning. Let's start with the habit that kick-started Tom's transformation. Continuous learning. In today's fast-paced world, knowledge isn't just power, it's survival. The most successful people I know are voracious learners. They're always hungry for new information, new skills, new perspective. Now, I'm not talking about formal education here, although that certainly has its place. I'm talking about a mindset, an approach to it's about waking up each day with a curiosity about the world and a desire to grow. This habit of continuous learning isn't just about reading books or taking courses. All those are great ways to learn. It's about being observant, asking questions, seeking out new experiences. It's about looking at every situation, every conversation, every challenge as an opportunity to learn something new. I remember a conversation I had with a successful entrepreneur. He told me every person I meet knows something I don't. My job is to find out what that is. What a powerful perspective. Imagine approaching every interaction with that mindset. How much could you learn? How much could you grow? Learning without application is just entertainment. The truly successful don't just acquire knowledge, they apply it. They experiment with new ideas. They take what they learn and use it to improve their lives, their businesses, their relationship. So how can you cultivate this habit of continuous learning? Start small. Commit to learning something new every day. It could be as simple as reading an article about a topic you're interested in, or watching an educational video during The key is consistency. Make learning a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. And remember, learning isn't just about adding new information. It's also about challenging your existing beliefs and perspectives. Be open to new ideas, even if they contradict what you think you know. The most successful people are those who can adapt their thinking as they acquire new knowledge. Second habit, goal set. You've probably heard this before, but let me tell you why it's so crucial. Goals give direction to your life. They turn your dreams and aspirations into concrete targets you can work towards. But here's where many people go wrong. They set vague, uninspiring goals. I want to be successful, or I want to be rich. These aren't goals. They're wishes. Effective goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. And time down, you've probably heard of SMART goals. Well, there's a reason this concept has stood the test of. Let me give you an example. Instead of saying, I want to be financially secure, a SMART goal would be, I want to save $20,000 for a down payment on a house within the next 18 months. See the difference? The second goal gives you a clear target and a deadline. It's something you can plan for and measure. But setting goals is just the beginning. The real power lies in reviewing and adjusting your goals regularly. Life changes. As circumstances shift, and your goals should evolve to the most successful people I know have a habit of setting short-term and long-term goals, and they review these goals regularly. End of each week, take 15 minutes to review your goals. Ask yourself, am I on? What progress have I made? What obstacles am I FAQ? This simple habit of weekly review can keep you focused and motivated and help you make adjustments as needed. Write your goals down. There's something powerful by putting your goals on paper. It makes them more real, more tangible. Keep your written goals somewhere. You can see them every day. Let them be a constant reminder of what you're working toward. Remember, goals aren't just about achievement. Each goal you set and pursue is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. So don't be afraid to set ambitious goals. Even if you don't quite reach them, the person you become in the pursuit is often more valuable than the achievement itself. Number 3, the habit of time management. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how they use those hours. Time is the great equalizer. No matter who you are, how rich or poor, how talented, ordinary, you get the same 24 hours each day. The question is, how are you investing those hours? I say investing, because that's exactly what it is. Every minute of your day is an investment. Are you investing in activities that move you closer to your goals? Or are you squandering this precious resource on things that don't matter in the long run? No. I'm not saying every man needs to be productive in the traditional sense. Rest, relaxation, and leisure are important too. But it's about being intentional with your time. It's about understanding the value of each hour and making conscious choices about how you spend it. What are the most powerful time management techniques I've come across is what I call the power hour. Here's how it works. Each day identify the one, yes, that will have the biggest impact on your goals. Then set aside one uninterrupted hour to focus solely on that task. No phone, no email, no distractions. Just pure focus. Work on your most important task. You'd be amazed at how much you can accomplish in one focused hour. Many people find they get more done in this power hour than they do in an entire morning of unfocused work. Another crucial aspect of time management is learning to say no. You see, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. The most successful people are ruthless. It's about guarding their time. They say no to good opportunities so they can say yes to great ones. Remember, busyness is not business. Being busy doesn't necessarily mean you're being product. It's not about how many hours you work. It's about what you accomplished in those hours. For 1 week, keep a detailed time log. Write down how you spend each hour of your day. At the end of the week, review you might be shocked at how much time you're wasting on low-value activities. Once you have this awareness, you can start making changes. Cut out or delegate low-value tasks. Increase the time you spend on high-impact activities. Remember, the goal isn't to fill every minute with work. It's to be intentional about how you use your time, ensuring that your most precious hours are invested in activities that truly matter. Number 4, the habit of disciplined action. Disciplined action. Knowledge is power, but only when it's applied. Goals are great, but only when they're pursued. And time management is crucial, but only when it leads to consistent, focused action. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. to work on your side business before your day job. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades and the initial excitement of a new project wears off. Discipline not about being harsh with yourself. It's not about punishment or deprivation. True discipline comes from a deep understanding of your I. Why are you pursuing this goal? Why is it important to you? When your why, strong enough, discipline becomes easier. Let me share another story with you. I once knew a woman named Lund. Luna had always dreamed of running a marathon, but she struggled with consistency in her training. But after a few weeks, she'd lose motivation and give up. One day, Luna had an epiphany. She realized that her goal of running a marathon wasn't just about the physical achievement. It was about proving to herself that she could commit to something long-term and see it through. It was about building the kind of mental toughness that would serve her in hours of life. With this new understanding of hers, why, Luna's approach to train changed dramatically. On days when she didn't feel like running, she reminded herself of the bigger picture. She wasn't just training for a race. She was building character. Luna started small. She committed to running for just 10 minutes a day. No matter what, some days those 10 minutes turned into 30 or 40. Other days she stuck to the minimum, but she never missed a day. This small, consistent action built momentum. Over time, 10 minutes became easier. Luna gradually increased her training. 6 months later, Luna completed her first marathon. But more importantly, she had developed a habit of disciplined action that spilled over into other areas of, she applied the same principle to her work, her relationships, her personal growth. And that's when her life really began to transform. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. On the days when you don't feel like it, it's about doing the small things right. Knowing that these small actions compound over time to create big results. Create systems and routines that make it easier to take action. For example, if your goal is to write a book, don't rely on inspo. Set a specific time each day for writing. Even if it's just for 30 minutes, make it a non-negotiable, part of your daily routine. Remember, motivation is fickle. It comes and goes, but discipline is reliable. It's there when you need it, regardless of how you feel. Cultivate discipline, and you'll have a powerful tool that can help you achieve any goal you set for yourself. Number 5, the habit of resilience. No matter how well you plan, no matter how disciplined you are, you're going to face setback. You're going to encounter obstacles. You're going to fail sometimes. The question is, how do you respond to these challenges? Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to adapt to change, to keep going in the face of adversity. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning how to fail forward. Every successful person you admire's failed. Probably many times the difference is they didn't let failure define them. They used it as a stepping stone, a learning opportunity, a chance to grow stronger. And resilience isn't something you're born with. It's a habit you can develop. It's a muscle you can strengthen. And like any muscle, it grows stronger with use. Every time you faced a challenge and push through, you're building your resilience. Instead of seeing problems as insurmountable obstacles, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can this challenge make me stronger? I remember talking to a successful entrepreneur who told me about his first business failure. He said that failure was the best thing that ever happened to me. It taught me more than 6 months than I had learned in 6 years of business school. You see, he didn't just bounce back from failure. He used it as a catalyst for growth. When you're in the midst of a challenge, it's easy to catastrophize, to think that this one setback will ruin everything. But most of the time, that's not true. Cultivate the habit of stepping back and looking at the bigger picture. Ask yourself, will this matter in a year? In 5 years, resilience also involves self-care. You can't put from an empty cup. Make sure you're taking care of your physical and mental health. Exercise regularly. Get enough sleep. Practice mindfulness or meditation. These habits will give you the strength and clarity you need to face life's challenges. Remember, resilience isn't about being tough all the time. It's okay to feel discouraged or frustrated when things don't go your way. The key is not to stay in that negative state. Acknowledge your feelings, then focus on what you can control and take action. Cultivate the habit of resilience, and you'll have a powerful tool that will serve you well in all areas of life. You'll be able to weather any storm, bounce back from any setback, and keep moving forward towards your... And number 6, the habit of relationship building. No one succeeds alone. Behind every successful person is a network of supporters, partners, numbers, and friends. Building relationships isn't just about networking in the traditional sense. It's not about collecting business cards or adding connections on LinkedIn. It's about genuinely connecting with people, understanding their needs and aspirations, and finding ways to add value to their lives. The most successful people I know have a habit of constantly expanding and nurturing their network. They understand that relationships are like plants. They need regular care and attention to grow. Make it a point to reach out to someone in your network every day. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. It could be a quick email to share an interesting article, text to check in and see how they're doing, or a call to catch up. The key is consistency. But it's not just about maintaining existing relationships. It's also about being open to new connections. Every person you meet is a potential a potential partner, a potential friend. Cultivate curiosity about people. Ask questions. Listen. Really listen. Did their stories, their challenges, their dreams. I remember a conversation I had with a successful businessman. He told me I never have lunch alone. Every day, he would have lunch with someone, a colleague, a client, a potential partner, or someone new he wanted to learn from. This simple habit allowed him to build and nurture relationships consistently. And it opened up countless opportunities for him. It's a testament to the power of consistent relationship building. The building relationships isn't just about what you can get from others. It's about what you can give. The most successful networkers I have met have a habit of always looking for ways to add value to others. They're not just takers. They understand that the more value they provide to others, the more value comes back to them in the long run. This could mean sharing your expertise, offering a helping hand, or simply being a good listener when someone needs to talk. Remember, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. A little kindness, a little support can go a long way. The quality of your relationship, not just about the quantity of connections you have. It's about the strength of those connections. Deep, meaningful relationships are built on trust, mutual respect, and shared experience. They require time and effort to cultivate. One powerful way to deepen your relationships is through the practice of active listening. In our fast-paced world, truly listening to someone has become a rare skill. When you're in a conversation, make a conscious effort to focus fully on the other. Put away your phone, clear your mind to distractions, and really tune in to what they're saying. Active listening goes beyond just hearing the words. It's about understanding the emotions behind those words, picking up on nonverbal cues, and showing one interest in what the other person is sharing. When you listen this way, you not only gain valuable but you also make the other person feel valued and understood. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to strengthen a relationship. Whether it's a casual chat with a colleague by the water cooler or a formal business meeting, approach it with the mindset of how you can add value and deepen the connection. The importance of diversity in your network. It's easy to fall into the trap of only connecting with people who are similar to us. Same industry, same background, same interest. But there's immense value in building relationships with people from diverse backgrounds and fields. Diverse connections expose you to new ideas, different perspectives, and varied opportunities. They challenge your thinking and broaden your horizons. They can provide insights and solutions that you might never have considered from within your usual. I once knew a software engineer who made it a point to attend art exhibitions regularly. He said it helped him think more creatively about coding problems. The connections he made in the art world not only enriched his personal life, but also gave him a unique edge in his tech career. How many times have you met someone interesting at an event, exchanged contact information, and then nothing? Following up is what turns a chance encounter into a potential relationship. Make it a habit to follow up within 24 to 48 hours of meeting someone new. Send a quick email or message referencing something specific from your conversation. This shows that you are genuinely interested and helped cement the connection in both your minds. Having a mentor can be incredibly valuable for your personal and professional growth. A good mentor can provide guidance, share their experiences, and help you navigate challenges in your career or lie. The mentorship isn't a one-way. Even as you seek mentors, be open to being a mentor yourself. Sharing your knowledge and experiences with others not only helps them, but also reinforces your own learning and growth. It's a powerful way to build meaningful relationships while contributing to others' success. Remember, building and nurturing relationships is a lifelong process. It's not something you do once and then forget about. It requires consistent effort, genuine interest in others, and a willingness to give without expecting immediate return. Number 7, the habit of self-reflection. In our busy lives, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day hustle, moving from one task to the next without pausing to consider the bigger picture. But the most successful people I know make time for regular self-reflection. Self-reflection is about taking a step back and examining your thoughts, actions, and experiences. It's about asking yourself tough questions and being honest with the answers. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Am I living in alignment with my values? Am I making progress towards my goals? One powerful way to build this habit is through journal. Set aside time each day, even if it's just for 10 minutes, to write down your thoughts, experiences, and this practice not only helps you process your experiences, but also allows you to track your growth over time. I remember talking to a CEO of a Fortune 500 company who credited much of his success to his habit of daily journaling. He said, "It's like having a conversation with myself. It helps me understand my own thinking spot patterns in my behavior and make better decisions." But self-reflection isn't just about looking inward. It's also about seeking feedback from others. The most successful people I know have a habit of regularly asking for honest feedback from those around them, their colleagues, their friends, their family. They understand that our own perception of ourselves can often be biased or limited. Now, receiving feedback, especially constructive criticism, isn't always easy. It can be uncomfortable, even painful at times, but it's an invaluable tool for. The key is to approach feedback with an open mind and a growth mindset. Instead of getting defensive, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this information to improve? Another powerful tool for self-reflection is meditation. Okay, now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Meditation, that's not for me. I can't sit still for that long. But meditation doesn't have to mean sitting cross-legged for hours. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts. The practice of meditation helps you become more aware of your thought patterns, your emotional reactions, and your habitual behaviors. This awareness is the first step towards making positive changes I once spoke with a successful entrepreneur who started each day with a 10-minute meditation practice. He said it helped him stay centered and focused. Even in the face of the day's challenges, it's like hitting the reset button on my mind, celebrating your win, no matter how small. In our quest for growth and improvement, it's easy to focus solely on what we need to fix or change. But acknowledging your progress, you're strong, and your success is just as important. Make it a habit to regularly reflect on your achievements. What have you accomplished today? This week, what obstacles have you overcome? What new skills have you learned? Celebrating your win not only boosts your confidence, but also motivates you to keep pushing forward. Remember, self-reflection isn't about being overly critical of yourself. It's about gaining clarity, understanding yourself better, and using that understanding to make informed decisions about your life and your future. As you cultivate this habit of self-reflection, enhances all the other habits we've discussed, it will help you set more meaningful goals, manage your time more effectively, build stronger relationships, and develop greater resilience in the face of challenges. Number 8, the habit of continuous improvement. This is about constantly striving to be better, not just in your career, but in all areas of your life. The most successful people I know have an insatiable appetite for growth. They're never satisfied with the status quo. They understand that in our rapidly changing world, if you're not growing, you're falling behind. Continuous improve isn't about massive, overnight changes. It's about making small, incremental improvements consistently over time. It's about being just a little bit better today than you were yesterday. I'm reminded of a conversation I had with a world-class athlete. He told me I don't aim to be 100% better in one day. I aim to be 1% better every day. Think about that for a moment. If you improve by just 1% each day, play over the course of a year, you'll be 37 times better. That's the power of continuous, incremental improvement. Now, how do you cultivate this habit of it starts with a growth mindset? This is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed. Work through effort learning and persistence. With a growth mindset, embrace challenges. Persist in the face of setback. See effort as the path to mastery. Learn from criticism and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. Contrast this with a fixed mindset where people believe their basic qualities, like their intelligence or talent, are simply fixed rates. They spend their time documenting their intelligence or talent instead of developing them. They also believe that talent alone creates success without effort. Developing a growth mindset is crucial for continuous improvement. It allows you to see failures not as evidence of unintelligence, but as heartening springboards. What's for growth and for stretching our existing abilities? Another key aspect of continuous improvement is setting stretch goals. These are goals that push you out of your comfort zone, that challenge you to grow and develop new skills. They should be ambitious enough to excite and motivate you, but not so far out of reach that they seem impossible. I once spoke with a software developer who set himself the goal of learning a new programming language every year. Was it challenging? Absolutely. But it kept him at the cutting edge of his field and opened up numerous career opportunities. Now, continuous improvement isn't just about acquiring new skills or knowledge. It's also about refining and optimizing what you already do well. This is where the concept of deliberate practice comes in. Deliberate practice is about focused, purposeful practice with the specific goal of improving performance. It's not just about putting an hour, it's about how you use those hours. It involves breaking down complex skills into smaller components, practicing those components deliberately, and seeking immediate feedback. For example, if you're a public speaker looking to improve, deliberate practice might involve recording yourself giving a speech, analyzing your performance, identifying areas for improvement, and then practicing those specific areas. It's about being intentional and systematic in your approach to improvement. Another powerful tool for continuous improvement is the practice of regular reviews and assessments. This ties back to our habit of self-reflection. What were they? Specific focus on improvement. Set aside time regularly. It could be weekly, monthly, or quarter to review your progress towards your goals. What's working well, what isn't? Where do you need to make adjustments? These reviews aren't just about looking at what you've accomplished. They're also about identifying new areas for growth and development. As you achieve certain goals, set new ones. As you master certain skills, identify new skills to learn. Remember, the goal. Continuous improvement isn't perfection. Perfection is an impossible standard. That can lead to frustration and burn. Instead, focus on progress. Celebrate your improvements no matter how small and use them as motivation to keep pushing forward. My personal experience is a great teacher. Learning from the experiences of others can significantly accelerate your growth. Read books. Listen to podcasts at 10. Seek out mentors. Expose yourself to new ideas and perspective. I want a successful entrepreneur who made it a habit to read one business book every week. He said it gave him a constant stream of new ideas and strategies to apply to his own business. But here's the key. He didn't just passively consume this information. For each book, he would identify at least one key idea he could implement immediately in his life or business. Brings us to an important point. Knowledge without action is useless. As you learn and grow, make sure you're applying what you learn. Set yourself challenges to implement new ideas or skills. This not only reinforces your learning, but also provides tangible benefits in your life and career. Continuous improvement also involves regularly stepping out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when we challenge ourselves, when we try new things. When we face our fears, make it a habit to regularly do something that scares you a little. It could be public speaking, learning a new skill, or taking on a challenging project at work. I remember talking to a successful CEO who made it to point to take on a new hobby every year, something completely unrelated to his work. One year was painting, another year was learning to play the guitar. He said it kept him humble, reminded him what it was like to be a beginner again, and often provided fresh perspectives that he could apply to his business. It is important to maintain a balance. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that every moment needs to be productive or focused on improvement. Rest and relaxation are crucial for long-term growth and success. Make sure you're taking time to recharge and rejuvenate. Remember, continuous improvement is a lifelong journey. It's not about reaching a final destination. It's about enjoying the process of growth and development. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, learn from the setbacks, and keep moving forward. Success isn't about luck or talent or being in the right place at the right time. Those things can help, sure. But true lasting success comes from the habits you cultivate day in and day out. It comes from the small choices you make each day. Play the consistent actions you take towards these habits we've discussed aren't just theories, nice ideas. They're practical tools that you can start implementing in your life right now. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start small. Choose one habit to focus on. Make small, consistent improvements. You'll see remarkable changes in your life. Remember, you have greatness within you. You have the power to shape your life, to achieve your dreams, to make a positive impact on the world. But that potential needs to be nurtured and developed through consistent positive habits. Challenge you starting today. Commit to cultivating these habits in your life. Embrace continuous learning. Set clear, inspiring goals. Manage your time effectively. Take disciplined action towards your dream. Build resilience in the face of challenges. Nurture meaningful relationships. Reflect on your journey and seek continuous improvement. Your future self will thank you for the habits you start building today. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Your success depends on these habits. It's time to start building them.